Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, also known as Artistry by Butterfly. In today's video, I am doing a little get ready with me / Q&A. A while back, I had asked my followers on Instagram if they had any questions that they'd like for me to answer, and I decided to do that on here. FYI, this is only my third YouTube video, so I am very rusty at this. I'm still trying to get comfortable, so my apologies for being all over the place. If and when you do see this video. But anyways, I hope you like it, and if it's something that you like, if you find my information valuable, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, here we go. Okay guys, so I went ahead and put some foundation on the back of my hand, and the two that I am using are the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in Deauville and also the Pure Radiant Tinted moisturizer, and this one is in the shade Terre Neuve. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but that's what I'm using today. And I'm just going to use this brush to kind of put it on my skin. And the reason I use both of those is because I'm wanting more of a glow. I cannot do anything matte. I need something more moisturizing, and yeah, so I'm gonna bring that down, and this one's got a little bit more of a yellow undertone to it, but it's fine. It's winter. Most of the time I have tops that, you know, don't expose my chest or anything like that. So yeah, and I want to thank those of you that asked questions when I had put that on Instagram. I appreciate that. My page isn't just for me. You know, I want it to be informative, and so yeah. But let me finish this up and then we will get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read off our first question. I did not include any names, only because on my page, for whatever reason, people are a little more shy about you know, including their names or just kind of asking things, and that's fine. You know, some of us are more shy than others. But this person asked, and I know who this is. She asked, what inspired you to start doing your makeup, or to start doing makeup? And I'm going to try and do my makeup while I answer these questions. So let's see if I can do both at the same time. So I was inspired, I would say, about 5 years ago. I was living in California, and and a friend of mine had asked if I was interested in selling makeup. She was selling a certain brand, and I'm not going to say the name. And I was like, yeah, I was intrigued, and I thought, sure, let me try it out. Well, long story short, I quickly learned that I wasn't into the selling part of the makeup, but I was interested in the application part. It kind of, I would say it was something that I had in me since I was in my 20s, I would say, maybe even younger. I wanted to do something in the beauty industry. And it just kind of ignited that fire that I had in me again. So little by little, I was doing makeup on like friends, and people would comment and tell me, oh, your makeup always looks great. Can you give me tips and whatnot? And yeah, so it started like that. I mean, it's just so much that really inspired me, but that's the gist of it. And in California, that's where all the good makeup schools and that are at. I mean, there's schools everywhere, but it's a big thing out there. And it was just so cool. I wanted to learn and just do everything and anything I can and get a hold of anybody's face that I could, to practice. So, yeah, I moved back to Texas after that and started practicing more on family members, on friends, and then I started putting myself out there. I started getting clients, and yeah, it just kind of took off from there. And I became a mobile artist, and then I'd bring people in, and I wanted to make sure that I was well-rounded and that I wasn't just working on the young girls, or I wanted to work on different skin tones, different textures, different ages. So yeah. Okay, guys, I had to stop my video for a little bit, and but I went ahead and did my brightener and my concealer and a little bit of my setting powder off camera. And so yeah, bear with me. This is only my third video, so I'm just trying to get comfortable with doing this. So okay, let me go ahead and read another question off to you all. The next one was, what colors go with different skin tones? So as you know, we are all different shades, skin tones, textures. For example, I am more of a neutral type of person, and that means that I'm light-skinned with neutral undertones. And there's people that have that are more olive tone and or have more of a yellow or golden undertone, or that are darker skinned but have more cool tones and or warm tones. It's a I don't know. For me, it's difficult to explain so much in such little time. But there are different makeup shades, be it foundations or, eyeshadows or lipsticks, that look best with different tones. If you're wanting to learn more about how or what colors or shades look best on you, I recommend you book a virtual makeup appointment with me, and we can discuss that more in depth. I'd be happy to do that for you. So either DM me or message me on the phone number that I provide on my Instagram profile, and or email me, and I'd be happy to help you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes. That's what I meant to do in the first place, and I got distracted. So the palette that I'm going to use is the palette by ColourPop, and it's called Flutterfly. Now this has been out for a year, and so it is old, I'm sure, to most of you. It's new to me, and I don't know why I sat on buying it. I did, but I finally have it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. And the reason why I used it or purchased it is because of the butterflies, and because, Artistry by Butterfly, the whole had to stay with the theme. And I love the shades in this palette, and the names of each of the eyeshadows are just so pretty. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna go in with Lush, and I'm going to try and talk, do my makeup, answer the questions as best I can. So yeah, but how many of you have this palette? I'm sure many of you have used it before. And oh, before I forget, I did set my eye. I went ahead and put a primer on my eye, and I've already set it. So it's good to go, ready for my shadow application. And yeah, this is a really pretty, kind of a mauve-y type of palette, I would say. I don't know. But I decided to go ahead and leave it out as opposed to putting it, you know, in one of these drawers where all my makeup is, because I just loved the packaging. I mean, it's so pretty. So, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the other eye. And I'm just taking that from the outer corner up into the crease, and I'm blending. And I've got hooded eyes, so that means that the top of my eyelid falls over or hangs over. So I have to create the illusion of having a noticeable crease. So I have to take that up further. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Cha-Cha Changes, and it's this shade right here, really pretty, just to deepen up that crease. And I already did that on the other side, and I'm liking this so far, guys. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've done a mauve, and that's what I'm thinking this palette is, more of mauve shades. And I'm really liking it. I always feel like mauve brings out the color in my eyes. So I am just deepening that up, right? Taking it from the corner of the eye, the outer eye, up into the crease. And it's looking so pretty. And yeah, I like this. I didn't think it was gonna be as pigmented, and I would say it's doing a good job, and there's not a lot of fallout yet. Hopefully it will remain that way. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with Angel Baby, and that's a little bit darker, kind of looks like an eggplant color. And I'm going to start on the outer crease again. And I'm wanting to take that up a little more because I'm wanting to deepen that area a little more. And this opens up my eye a lot. As I age, my eyelids are drooping further and further, and anything I can do to make them look more awake and lifted, I'm all about that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the other eye. And yeah, so if you're not aware of ColourPop, they are a cosmetic company out of California, and they have very affordable products, an array of eyeshadow palettes and shades and lipsticks, lip liners. I mean, you name it, they have it. And you can purchase their products at Ulta as well. And I have quite a few of their eyeshadows. So, okay. Okay guys, so off camera I went ahead and popped Mariposa on the lid, this shade right here. It's got a little bit of shimmer on there, and it's giving me like sultry mauve vibes, and I'm here for it. I love it. So let me go ahead and read off another question. The other one that I got was, did you attend cosmetology or makeup school? The answer is no. I have never attended a cosmetology school. It's something that I wanted to do when I was younger. I always wanted to do something in the beauty industry, but it just never panned out that way for me. I ended up going to the University of Texas at El Paso, and I got a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies, which just means that I became a teacher. But as I had said before, when I started doing makeup again about 5 years ago, and then I moved, I moved back to Texas. I decided that I wanted to learn how to do airbrush makeup. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to stand out from the rest. Many makeup artists out there use traditional makeup and don't offer airbrush makeup, and I had people ask me if I provided that service. I was getting that question a lot, and so I ended up finding somebody here in town that offers that course, and I went to Ginny Riddle Makeup Studio. She is a longtime cosmetologist here in El Paso, and she offered that course. And so when I found that out, I jumped on it. And I attended her classes. So yeah, but as a makeup artist, whether you're freelance or, you know, whether you've been to an actual school, you never stop learning. You know, techniques change, trends change, everybody does things differently, so it's always good to continue learning and continue practicing your craft. And once this whole COVID is over, hopefully sooner than later, I plan to you know, maybe attend more in-person classes, just to, you know, continue practicing and learning. I am contouring my face, and I'm using the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Hua Huine. Sometimes I use foundations, sometimes I use concealers. It just depends on what mood I'm in. With this one, I have to work quickly because it dries pretty quickly. And yeah, the reason why we contour our face is to kind of create a shadow in those areas and also to sculpt those areas. So it gives us more of a sculpted, snatched face. And I like that. I'm on medications, and I feel like medications cause my face to feel more like puffy, I guess. And if you go a little too dark with that contour, this is the brush that I used for my foundation to apply the foundation on my face. I'll just go in and kind of tap those areas that are too dark or too harsh. And we just want to make sure we don't do it too much so that our contour does not disappear. But yeah, let me go ahead and read another question and see what we have here. Okay, so the next question I got was what role did your makeup play in your cancer journey? So that's a good question. Some of you that know me or have been following me know that I did have cancer. I have battled cancer twice. And I'm planning on doing a video, I'm not sure if on here or on my Instagram, about that journey. Some of you have heard it before, but to answer your question, it played a huge role in both of my journeys. So the first time that I had cancer, I would put on my lipstick before treatment, and I would think of it as my war paint. Like, okay, this is it. I'm going into battle. Let me put on that. Now, and I don't mean little light shade of lipstick. No, I would go in there with my big, bold, bright lips. And I was like, you know what? I'll be damned. You know, there's things going on inside my body that I cannot control. I'm having to come and get this harsh, horrible treatment that is supposed to help me fight. And you know what? If I can't control what's going on in the inside, I'm going to do my best to feel good on the outside. So I'd put my lipstick on. So that was with my first battle. The second time, which was most recent, I was diagnosed a year ago with breast cancer. And yeah, that was a roller coaster, but this one was rougher on me. I had radiation treatment. Well, first I had the lumpectomy radiation treatment and that. And when I was going to radiation, I didn't have the energy to do a full face. But we weren't even seeing our faces. Just like now, we're not able to see our faces because we're still wearing the mask. So I still didn't want to look sick. You know, I felt sick, but I didn't want to look it. You know, if I could muster up the energy to just put on eyeshadow, then that's what I was going to do. So my little routine was I started, you know, just braiding my hair because that was all the energy I had to, you know, just put braids in my hair. Didn't have energy to do anything else because why? I was going to treatment and then coming right back home. But I'm sorry guys, it's hard for me to do the makeup and talk at the same time. But anyways, let me finish my story and I'll continue with the makeup. So yeah, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do makeup from half my face. So I would do my makeup, and I'm sure most people are doing this still, you know, those of you that have to go off to work or whatever, you know, do the half. So do the makeup from the top half up, And that's what I would do. And I put my mask on, and, you know, I just felt like crap, you know, but I thought, I'm not gonna look like crap if I can help it, you know. I just, it's been quite a journey. And like I said, I will talk more about it in another video, but yeah, for me, makeup has not just been about, oh, let me put makeup on, you know, because I love it, and, you know, it just makes us feel beautiful. No, it had a meaning for me, and I will do that and share more about that in another video. Okay, guys, I had to do my nose contour off camera. My neighbors are moving, so there's a lot of door slamming in that. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my Clinique bronzer in Sun Blushed, and I'm just gonna lightly go over those areas that I applied the contour, just to kind of set it a little bit. And I don't know if you guys can see the difference that this made on my face. Another little trick is, if you have the double chin going on like me, unfortunately, you can kind of take some of that down, and it darkens that area up so that it covers that. I can't think today, my goodness, double chin. And yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and spray. So I'm gonna be using my MAC Fix Plus, and it's always important to use, especially if your skin is dry, important to use this spray or something similar in between all of the powders, because it will cause all of those powder particles to come together and just give you a more soft, glowy look. So it would help if I opened it. Okay, we don't want to look cakey. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge, and I'm gonna go in with the Clinique powder, and I'm going to place a little bit from here, from my ear to the corner of my mouth. Now, I know a lot of young ladies, women, like to go in harsh, or those of you that have more oily skin. I don't like to do a harsh kind of set here because I am dry skinned. The more powder I place on my skin, the more those are gonna that is gonna settle into my skin, my fine lines, wrinkles. I'm just doing a little bit just to kind of give this a little more of a snatched, sculpted look. Okay, and I don't leave it there because like I said, I'm not a fan of too much powder. As you get older, you start learning that the things that you would do before no longer work. So I'm just gonna kind of brush that out, and we'll go on to our next question. And this isn't gonna stay that way, okay guys? I'm not done yet. Okay, so the next question that I got was, what is the difference between traditional makeup and airbrush makeup? So traditional makeup is the makeup that we are more familiar with, or most women are more familiar with, which is your typical liquid foundation, creams, powders, anything that you have to use with a brush is traditional makeup. Eyeshadows, okay? That is traditional makeup. Airbrush makeup is makeup that is applied using an airbrush. And many people don't even know what that is. Some of you may have seen commercials that come out on TV that advertise the airbrush makeup. So an airbrush, it looks like a little gun is how I can explain it. And makeup is placed in this gun and or airbrush, and it is passed through the airbrush and it comes out in a fine mist, and it uses a compressor, you know, to kind of push all of that air and the liquid makeup, which is a special airbrush makeup. And when it's applied on the skin, it feels like a second skin. It's not heavy, it's very light, and it's very luminous. It gives you a radiant kind of look to your skin. It's very versatile. And most women like it because it just gives you this flawless look. It's buildable, but even though it's buildable, it still feels comfortable on the skin, not heavy. Again, like a second skin. And it's the airbrush makeup that I use is by Dinair, and it's paraben-free, alcohol or paraben-free, hypoallergenic. It is just amazing. I mean, there's so many other benefits to it. Vegan free, and it's just awesome, and it's so versatile. And many people think that you can just apply it on your face, but no, you can do your eyebrows, eyeshadow, lips, blush, contour, highlight. It's awesome. And so it's just a matter of preference. You know, I have used it in the past on my clients, and those that have requested it, mainly brides, some for photo shoots, love it. There's no backflash or anything like that. Again, it's like second skin, but it leaves you looking flawless. And so, yeah, that is the difference. I think I covered it. If and when this pandemic goes away, I hope to be able to work on clients again in person. And if that's something you ever want to try, please reach out to me. I would be happy to provide that service for you. Okay, moving on, I am going to buff out the contour on my nose a little bit. When you do this, you want to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines, but you don't want to do it so much that you remove the contour, if that makes any sense. You just kind of want to soften that up a little bit. And I had placed some on my nose here on the tip, and I like to take it up a little higher because I like to give the illusion of a more lifted nose. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave it like that for now. And I'm going to move on to the under eye area. So I'm going to take the color that I started off with on the crease of my eye in the color Lust, and I'm going to blend that with another color on here called Made to Last. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm really loving this palette, and I could kick myself for not having purchased it sooner. I mean, I like it because I think it's different than all the other palettes that ColourPop has come out with. You know, you always have the typical blue palette, the orange theme palette, the greens, you know, the reds. And so to see something like this is really refreshing. It's really nice. So just placing that underneath. And I'm going to do the same to the other eye. And really brush and tap underneath the lower lid. Okay. And I guess I should go on to another question. And whatever we do on one eye or one side of the face, we want to make sure it's symmetrical to the other side. So you kind of want to be looking, if you have a mirror here like I do, look here, look at a mirror that's further away, you know, just so that you can view yourself from different angles. And let's go on to the next question before I continue. So the next question that I got was beauty advice you would give your younger self. Oh boy, so beauty advice I would give my younger self is to blend, 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 girl. Okay, when I was in high school, I've been wearing makeup, mind you. I've been wearing makeup since I was probably like 12. And I mean, at 12, it was just like lip gloss or a light lipstick, but still, it's makeup. But when I was in high school, I mean, I would do the, you know, I would do the eyeshadow, and I would, right here on the corner of the outer eye, I'd apply the eyeshadow and I'd just put it on, and it would look, I kid you not, like a V. Like a V, no softness to it. I mean, just super harsh lines, super dark. And then I'd wear my bright red lipstick and my mascara. And so that's the advice that I would give to myself. So when I say blend, I mean you take your brush and you blend out those harsh lines, especially when you're using darker colors. And you want to go light when you are using darker colors and then build it up. So that would be my advice to my younger self. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to finish up these eyes, pop on some eyelashes, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished my eyes off camera, and I looked at my questions and I have answered all of the questions that were submitted. So if you all don't mind hanging out for a little longer just so that I finish this makeup look, continue watching. I'm just gonna go ahead and brush off that excess powder that I had here to set my under eye. And I went ahead and put on a lip liner, and before that, actually let me do the lips first. So I'm going to apply a lipstick, and I'm all about shine these days. This color or this shade is in Taupe Seduction, and it's by Maybelline, and it's their shine line, their shine lipstick. Yeah, I just cannot do matte. I mean, if I do matte, I have to have a gloss on top because then my lips feel like the Sahara Desert. I actually live in the desert, so it just feels 10 times worse. And as I've gotten older, I just feel like my skin, every part of my skin needs moisture. So anything that's gonna give me that, I'm all for. So that leaves a nice shine. And on top of that, I'm going to use Patrick Ta's lip gloss in the shade She's an Influencer. And I recently got this and I love it. I'm loving his products so far. And I am just going to pop that on the center of my lips, and it smells amazing. Very minty, but it's not crazy where it's like your lips feel like they're on fire. I cannot stand that feeling. So this is very comfortable, and it's a light kind of sparkly pink. So if you want to wear it alone or on top of a lipstick like me, it's just going to make your lips look so plump and juicy. So yeah. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and use Patrick Ta's blush. It's a cream and powder blush combo, and it's in the shade She's That Girl. So this is what it looks like, and I really love it. It's such a pretty shade, and it's got a very pigmented look to it. So I need to be careful. So I'm gonna get my blush brush, and I'm going to use the powder. Now we can use both, but I'm just gonna use the powder for today. Just gonna dab that on there. Kind of bring some life back to my face. And I have prominent cheekbones, so it's easy for me to know where to apply. And it's just such a pretty, pretty blush. And I kind of take it up. Okay, and I think that is it. Another thing I wanted to try real quick with you guys is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in Iced Out. I have a video that I did trying this product out, and the liquid or the lip gloss in Crystal, and that's on my Instagram page. But I'm really loving this highlighter. It is so pretty, and I'm gonna pop that onto my cheeks. You know what? I'm gonna let me spray myself again. And then I'm gonna use this. The reason why I sprayed is just to give it more of a glow. Although I used it wet and dry in my video last time on Instagram, and I kind of liked it dry better, which is odd, but it's okay. And I like this one because it gives you a lit from within glow, so it's not so crazy where you're looking, you know, like a glazed donut. Just a light. You see that? How it catches the light there. But all right, guys, I have talked your head off enough today, and yeah, So I recommend this. If you are looking into a new highlighter, go get it. Okay guys, well that completes this video. Thank you so much to those of you that submitted questions on Instagram. I really appreciate you sending those in, and I hope I answered those questions. For those of you that I did not get to answer today, hopefully I can do this again either on here or on Instagram. And yeah, so I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day. And thanks again for watching. Take care.